So, since people keep falling for the program, I'm just going to try my best to show you what you can't see. First, everybody's going to disagree on something or another that I'm talking about. But instead of disagreeing, maybe try to use a different perspective, take it to a different level or a different understanding. Like, I'm pretty sure when I get to the polygamous talk, it's going to attract some attention. But long story short, first of all, we have to acknowledge that we are still suffering from PTSD through our ancestors who have fallen in slavery. We are still dealing with the teachings of enslaved minded people. We're still dealing with people who are trapped in a mind frame where they believe they're right because they're following the image that somebody else gave them. For example, when the Europeans came here, they looked at the people who lived in the land, on the land, around the land, of the land, and called them savages because they were nude and very simple. They were in tune with nature, and they had everything that they need in abundance. That's why the Native American can go from country to city and adjust that easy, because they had the wisdom to do such. We're not looking at the trickle-down effect. And if anybody tries to say there's not, I'm going to simply ask you, how are you disciplined? Who disciplines you? In what way did you get disciplined? How did you get the religion that you have? Did you choose your religion? Or did you grow up in your religion? And how did you come to understand that religion? Everybody has morals, where we all know that this is true, wrong, or true, right. All of our emotions tells you murder's wrong, stealing's wrong, hurting other people is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Your body feels it. But there are people who were taught what's in between the lines of that. Like, there could be a tribe of people that believe God told them to kill another person. And they believe that God told them to do it. And do it. And not feel any kind of way because they so heartily believe that God told them to do it. But the question after that is, how did they come to that conclusion? And what was their ideology? And why? Did they have a choice of that ideology or religion or that way of life? And then that would guide you to what moral sideways streets that this person then took. Long story short, trickle-down effect, butterfly effect, echo effect, whatever you want to call it. We are now here dealing with the same foods that our ancestors ate, the same mind frame that our ancestors had, the same religion that our ancestors had, who all went through this period of slavery, who didn't have none of that before. So no matter how a person looks at it, we are still thinking with an enslaved mind. We are still walking as slaves who don't understand what true freedom are. We're still walking in this world thinking we are free, without really understanding how big the prison you're in, how you imprison yourself every single day. The demons not only that you create, but that you inhabit and that you hide. Food. Food causes unknown parasites in your body. You can't see them, you can't touch them, you can't physically affect them. You have to eat the right foods. That means you have to have some kind of discipline. You have to have some kind of morals. You have to have some kind of balance. Can't go too far right, can't go too far left. And then with that, your mind is that much more clear. The environment that you're in, that most times the demons that you're dealing with are right beside you. If you pay attention to your family, the family's the ones that are close to you, the ones that take you off the most. The ones you consider your family, your circle, your friends, your loved ones, are the ones that play with your buttons, that can make you go from angel to demon and devil. You can go from God to angel to demon and devil quick. Low frequency, high frequency. Some people choose to say low frequency. That's their lifestyle, low frequency. And they only get high when they're in the right environment. Some people stay in high frequency, but are surrounded by low frequency people. And you could tell, because all those people can do is find those negative things to say and do, think. They're competitive. They're always out trying to outdo one another. They go the tit for tat thing. The I know more than you, or I do more than you, or I seen more than you, or I work more than you, you know what I mean? They always talking not down, but privileged. Now, you can't tell nobody your walk. Nobody knows your journey in this life but you, to the truest that it is. But most cases, we all go through similar things. There's nothing new under the sun. So there's always going to be common ground. There's always going to be ways to relate. And instead of staying in the common ground, ways to relate, intelligent articulation, you get the negatives. You get the competition. You get the envious and the jealousy. These are the emotions on the low frequency side, which shows that you're still dealing with those demons, which are part of you, in you, of you, and not some spiritual monster that has possessed you. You are the devil and the God in your world. If you don't understand that, then you're not ready for this conversation, and I'm sorry for you. You need to go back to the basics and actually do the research. Point blank, period. But what I'm here to do is to show you these demons. The real demons. Not them fake demons they show you in the church so they can make you pay. Put money in the cup. I'll show you how every single day you trip up on these demons. You can wake up, make you breakfast, eggs, toast, bacon. You don't even realize already you've created the demon that's going to plague you throughout the day. You already ate 2 forms of death and don't even realize that you're doing it because America made that normal to do. You're eating death. The Bible is telling you that's what we're chasing. We chase death. You don't get it yet. How? And it's simple. This is the reason why you don't get it, because somebody else is thinking for you. I'm trying to show you to get out that box that they don't put you in. If you're a Bible believer, they taught you to worship the Bible instead of the God that created life, because God did not write that Bible. Man did. If you don't know the story, look in the Bible and actually read where it says that men of a small community, I'm going to say Masonic and secret society, all agreed that the men that decided to write this book said that this was a spiritual event. That's what it says in the beginning of most of these Bibles. They're telling you to your face, yes, all these men agreed that these 2 men that said, yo, we're going to do this, confirmed that whatever spiritual elevation they felt they had, or experience, or epiphany, whatever they felt like they had, they came to the other secret society members and said, yo, God told us to do this, so this is what we're going to do. Now, if you don't understand who these men are, Council of Nicaea, we're talking Masonry, or we're talking secret society, or we're talking a small controlled group who already knew what they were doing when they wrote it. And it was not of God. You only believe it was of God because you got a whole bunch of people for thousands of years, or really only 2,000 years, for the last 2,000 years, telling you how to interpret it. When if you went back in time and talked to the people of the Bible, in the Bible, around this time of the Bible, none of the names match. None of the actions are on point and or correct, because in Aramaic, in which it came from, into Greece, or in Roman and Latin, or whatever you want to call it, the translation changes. I don't care what nobody says. I said it a long time ago. I found out for myself that the guy that we call Jesus, his name is not Jesus. His name is Yeshua. Yeshua, you could say, of the Ben-Hur nation. It doesn't take rocket science to figure this out. If you're in tune with God, God is going to show you the way, which is God is all things, everything, in and out. Understand the demons that you're fighting not only were placed there by your environment, who's trying to mold you into doing what they want you to do. How do you get a group of people to build the pyramid that you want to live in? You either pay them or manipulate them. You can't pay them what they deserve. You're going to have to manipulate them to take what they can get. So, of course, you create things like poverty. And keep showing you these demons. Keep showing you these demons. These people are playing chess with your life, whether you think so or not. I don't care how small you are. The hood is part of the plot. The poverty is part of the plot. The civil unrest and chaos is part of the plot. Peace, God.